NGOs, and interests, including labor unions, feminists, environmentalists, animal rights activists, farm organizations, fair.
All right. What's going on, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. I'm just going to wait a little bit to get people on. Got people rolling in. Just making sure that we're all fired up. Can you guys just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Yeah. Right on, right on. Let's hope you guys are having a good week. Thank you guys for jumping in again. Oh, I love it, Leah. I see you guys in there. Buffalo, New York. What's going on?
Hey!
Yeah, that's what's up. I love it. Oh man, I'm seeing some familiar faces here.
I know I gotta switch mine.
Cool, just checking in. All right, so hope you guys got a chance to really dive in to some of the stuff last week. And Josh was able to do a re-recording of what we did. And if you guys do have questions, don't hesitate to drop it into the chat box. I think this is a really important part about the experiences, that you guys just don't get exercises because you guys can go on YouTube and find that. That's the easy stuff. What we want to truly teach you guys is really how to fish, right? Because in this day and age where we have so much information, it's so easy just to throw something on the wall and just see if it sticks. But our true intention for you guys jumping on here is to share how to create an eye for your body, right? Because just like any skill, like whatever, I'm sure you guys are all in all different professions. Number one thing we need for skill acquisition is bringing awareness to what we need to work on, right? And that's where I think, Josh, myself, and Dr. Brian, like, we just truly enjoy seeing people light up when they're like, oh my God, I know how to look at my hip and I know what I need to work on. And so if we can give you a little bit of that, like, that's going to be the big win for today, right? You guys can look up the videos. We'll send you the video of what exercise to do. That's the easy stuff, okay? So the big intention, we're going to do a lot of hip. We're going to do some shoulder, okay? And we're going to go through quick assessments on how you guys can figure out what direction we need to work on. So that's going to be the big goal. All right. And so Josh is going to start off and we're going to talk shoulder, and then I'm going to jump in and kind of give you guys some good work on the hips. So we'll get it working. Let's dive right into it. Josh is going to go ahead and take it over, guys.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So I want to define three things really quick. So we have a term called flexibility. Flexibility is your ability to passively take your joints into a range of motion. So this would be things like yoga, certain types of yoga. Mobility is the active control over that range of motion. And that's where we all want to be. We want to have active control over our flexibility so that we have true mobility and we own our range of motion. And ultimately that reduces your injury risk. Now, what I want you guys to do is get a little, perspective on what your joint of your shoulder is able to do. So what I want you to do first is just raise your right arm over your head. So I'm kneeling. You guys could be standing or kneeling. I just don't want to be looking down at you on the camera. Raise it up as high as you can and feel what it feels like. Is there a pinch point? Is there tightness in the side of the shoulder? Is there tightness in the front? This is all things that you want to take note of, because when we start mobility training, we want to come back to these motions. This is just one of them, which is overhead flexion, which is a very common motion for humans to do because we got to reach overhead into the cabinets. We got to reach, maybe lifting our child or putting something, reaching up overhead for whatever reason that may be. Now let's compare it to the left. So go ahead and raise your arm over your head to the left. Now put it back down and same thing. Is there a pinch point? Is there tightness? Am I feeling like it's pretty difficult to raise my arm over my head? Am I feeling like I'm compensating, letting my rib cage flare to try and raise that arm over your head? These are all things to take note of. And if you can't just easily raise your arm over the head, there should not be any restriction feeling the raise to 180, and that would be a normal shoulder range of motion. So if we went from the side, being able to just throw that arm overhead. Now, this is where we get into our training. So the first part here is I want to create tension in the body so that we can isolate the shoulder from the rest of the body. So if you guys can go ahead and either standing or tall kneeling, create tummy tension. We're gonna work the right side first. So I want you to take your left hand, put it on your rib cage. This is gonna give you a way of checking to see if you're stealing range of motion from other parts of your body. The only thing that should be moving is your shoulder. So let's go ahead and with your palm facing to the ceiling, you're gonna bring your arm across midline so that your bicep comes to your chin and then to your cheek. Your bicep goes to your cheek. And when you get to your ear, this is the most important component, is twisting the actual bicep away from you as you continue to make this big circle. And as you come down to the side, the palm is facing away from the body. And maybe I'll angle this down a little bit. Now with the palm facing away from the body, punch down and extend and then unwind so that your biceps facing your ear, touching your cheek, touching your chin, and then back to the starting position. So let's go ahead and do it again, guys. Create a radiation, so that's tension in your tummy, tension in your body. Let's bring the palm up across your body. Try and ring out the biggest circle you can, your bicep to your chin to your cheek, then twist away. Continue to twist away as you're reaching behind you within your pain-free range of motion. You're fully wound up. Now punch down, extend, unwind. Continue to unwind as you bring the bicep to the ear, cheek, chin, and then back down. One more time, guys. And the cool part about this little drill that we're doing here, we could create as much tension in our body as possible. Like we can make it into a training tension if we wanted to. Right now it's about 50%, 30% tension. So let's bring it back across. We're touching bicep to chin, to cheek. Now imagine that X on your bicep twisting away from your ear. Continue to wind up that shoulder till you end up with your palm facing away from your body at the bottom. Punch down, extend, unwind. As you continue to unwind, bring that bicep to the ear, bring it to the cheek, chin, and then back down. Okay, now we're gonna work the left side. So let's take the right hand, place it on the rib cage. Let's go palm across the body, straight elbow, bicep the chin, cheek, and then wind up. So you're turning the bicep away from your body. Continue to wind it until you end up with your palm facing away from your body. Punch down, extend, then unwind. As you continue to reach overhead, unwind so your bicep touches your ear, your cheek, chin across the body. All right, let's go again. Palm up to the ceiling, bicep to chin, to cheek, ear, twist away. We're winding up, continue to wind up until your palm's facing away. Punch down, extend, unwind. Pay attention to your shoulder not going up to your ears. Keep it down. Bicep to face, chin, and then back down. Cool. Now the next thing I want you guys to do, because your shoulder isn't just your shoulder joint, it's your actual shoulder blade too. So we got to make sure your shoulder blades are working well. So I want you to imagine there's a laser pointer coming out your actual arm in this direction. So we're going to make a big circle. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into raising your arms to shoulder height, elbow straight, then open up 45 degrees. Once you have that, let's bring the shoulder blades up to the ears, straight back, pinching the shoulder blades together, away from the ears, and then reach forward, elevate to the ears, retract back, depress down, reach forward, up to the ears, retract, and then back down. Now let's reverse it. Down, then back, up to the ears, reach forward, down, back, elevate to the ears, reach forward, and then all right. So what we just did there is we took our joints through a full range of motion with a rotational component. This allows us not only to upgrade the hardware, which is our joint, but it allows us to teach our brain what our hardware is capable of doing. Now these next drills are going to focus on actually creating joint space. So this is a tool that we use to improve our range of motion. So if you guys can lie on your side, and I'm going to do my right shoulder first. And we're going to bring the elbow to shoulder height. Once we're at shoulder height, you're going to bend that elbow to 90 degrees. So if I'm like this, see how it's 90 at the elbow? We're then going to rotate our body slightly into it. Okay. Now, once we have that, push down and feel your first resistance. You guys feel that tension? Now breathe into it. Inhale into your nose, out your mouth, and then relax a little deeper into it. Now, this is the flexibility component because we're just hanging out here passively. We're allowing stuff to stretch and take up new range of motion. Now, these next components that we're about to be doing here is going to be the mobility training components. So what we're doing is we're taking your joint into a range that it's not used to, and then we're going to make it work in those ranges so that we can make it strong. So we're hanging out here. Now, what I want you guys to imagine is you're going to push your bottom hand up into your top hand like you're trying to get over here, like arm wrestling. But since you're blocking it with this hand, it becomes what's called an isometric. So an isometric is a contraction without motion. So push up into your hand, give me 30 pounds of force. Like you're pushing into your hand, 30 pounds of force. And then give me 60, and then 80, and then 100% hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose position. Now try and lift off your hand so that we're using the other tissue, the other side of the tissue to hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that position and then place the hand back on there. Now we just gained 15, probably 20 degrees of range of motion most likely. And now we're taking up that slack and hanging out here for a second. But what I want to do now is let's do another isometric. So let's push up into the hand. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off the hand. Come on. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, guys. Now what we're going to do, we're going to play tug of war. So this hand is going to overpower this hand. So you're pushing back, but it's a tug of war. I want a slow win. I want the top hand to slowly win. So push, resist it. Now slowly let it go into that range while you're pushing. Right there till your end range. No pinch. Let it back. And then push, hold. And then let the top hand win. This is called eccentric grooving. That's just another fun name. But all that matters is we're strengthening this joint in that range of motion, making the tissues elongate. Bring it back. Push. Now let the top hand win. Let it win. Come on, tug of war. Don't let it win easy, though. Make it hard. You can make this as hard as you want. That's the cool part. If you want to make it super tough, we can make it super tough. You can push harder and harder. Last one, push. Let it win. Awesome. All right, bring it back. All right, so right there is we just worked on opening the joint and then we trained the joint. So this is a little sneak peek of what you could be doing. So let's go ahead and switch to the other side. And I know time's gonna be an issue, so we'll get through this stuff and then we'll get some cool hip going too. So let's get the other side going. Same thing, push down into first resistance and your body's rotated into that shoulder so that your weight bearing through the back of your shoulder. Push. You feel the resistance. We're hanging out here, breathing. Cool part is when you inhale and exhale through the mouth, or inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, that allows your muscles to let go. So inhale through the nose, exhale, and then you take up the slack that your body relaxes into. And then we're gonna hold here. This is that flexibility component. We're making the tissues elongate, and then we're gonna have to own this range here in a second. So what I want you guys to imagine again is you're gonna be pushing up into that top hand again, like you're trying to arm wrestle up. But we're going to do it isometrically. So you're not going to be able to actually push it. So you ready? Go. Push it to the top hand. 30 pounds of force. We got 60, 80, and 100. And then we got 15 seconds at 100. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift off of that hand. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose position. Let's take up the slack. Hang out here for a sec. Let it breathe. Normally we would do 1 to 2 minutes of passive range like this, but we're doing 45 to a minute. But if you truly want to really accelerate your joint mobility, then the longer holds are going to be more optimal. So you guys ready? Let's push up into that top hand again. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift off of that hand. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now let's groove this guy. Let's groove it with those ones where you push the tug of war. So take the top hand, push into the back of the bottom hand. Now let it win the tug of war. Fight it though, fight it. Don't let it win. All right, now let it back. Now fight it, hold. Don't let it win. Slowly let it elongate. Oh, that burns. That actually burns if you put huge emphasis on not letting it win, but bring it back. Now push, hold. Now let it win. Slowly let it win. Slowly let it win. Slowly let it win. Now bring it back. Push, hold, slowly let it win. The slower the better. Slower the better. We're going to do this one more time. Bring it back. Push, hold, slowly let it win. Let the top hand win and then back down. Cool. Now let's go back into kneeling or standing, depending on what you guys want to do. And then what I want, we're going to do a quick, really quick here, internal. So what you're going to do is, let's set up into this 90-90 position. And I just want you guys to do this. Ring it out to that first barrier and then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and ring it out a little bit more. Don't let that shoulder hike. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Ring it out. See that? I got it all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just let it reverse out. Now let's hit the other side. Arm it to that 90-90. You guys ready? Let's ring out that range. Hit your first barrier. Make sure this doesn't hike, and let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring it out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit right here, max. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, guys. Now let's slowly come out of that. And then just for test, retest, raise your arm over your head. Doesn't that feel buttery, man? We're all about making buttery joints, man. At the end of the day, it's all about joint health for our longevity, movement longevity. So test it out, feel what it feels like to move your shoulder, and now we're gonna go hips with Joey.
All right, guys. All right, good work, good work. So just to kind of reiterate some of the stuff that Josh talked about with the shoulder, this may seem like not much, right? A lot of times when we do the shoulder work, you'll see people dipping that shoulder forward. So just make sure when you re-emphasize it, that you can also kind of just cue it out where you're getting true rotation. Because if you see the look on Josh and I's face when we're actually doing it, it looks painful, but it is a lot of work. So if you guys need more guidance on that, like, ask us. Don't hesitate to ask us. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump into a portion of how we kind of look at the hip joint. I want you guys to go ahead and stand up and just go ahead and just do your squat. So we're going to look at a basic movement pattern in a squat, right? Now, when we look at a squat, just by looking at that movement, there's no way we can tell truly what's going on, right? It can just give us a slight picture of what might be happening. So if you just go ahead, sit into your squat, get as low as you can, see where your barrier is, okay? Do it a few times. Let's do 5 squats. So go ahead and just kind of sit into the deepest position you can and come back out of it. I'm gonna give you a front view. Sit as deep as you can. Don't let those knees dive in, but just sit, okay? Couple more, sit again. Okay, I'm gonna give you one last side view. Okay, take a look at this side view picture, okay? This is gonna be the next part of the assessment. Now, appreciate where you felt your restriction or where your barrier was. Some of you might have felt it in the ankle. Some of you might have felt it in the front part of the hip, where immediately when people say, oh, I have a restriction in the front part of the hip, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and foam roll my quads I'm probably going to stress my hip flexors because that's usually what people are being told. But what I want to show you guys is if you get into that famous quadruped position that we love being in, so quadruped position like so, I'm going to go ahead and rock my butt back. Do that a few times with me. So rock your butt back and appreciate, where are you feeling your restriction? Take note of the lower back. Is it dumping into flexion, right? This is what we call the butt wink. Or are you bringing that tailbone up like you're kind of twerking? Or are you are you just rocking back where you're in a good neutral spine? Now, if any of you felt that front part restriction during the squat but didn't feel it here, there's a disconnect between how we're actually utilizing our core, because when we get into quadruped, what I didn't tell you guys was I want you to imagine almost like bringing your hands towards your knees and bringing your knees towards your hands and get that core to kick on. So kind of like, imagine if you had like a yoga block between this space and you wanted to smash it. You should feel the core kicking on right now. And as you have that, rock back, maintaining that core tension. Do you feel like you have more space in that hip joint? Just appreciate that. If you hug it and push back, does it take away that front pinch? If it doesn't, I want you guys to kind of take note. Look at this picture here. Do you see how this is the same exact thing? This is a squat. This is a squat on all fours. So this is a way that we kind of decipher on, could it be something within the core stability that's affecting your ability to get deep into a hip? Or is it the fact that you have limited range of motion? So just like Josh showed you guys with shoulder flexion or overhead shoulder, I want you guys to look. If you bring, everyone knows this stretch, the knee to chest. Go knee to chest, opposite leg, straighten it out. Make sure it's nice and flat, lower back is flat. If you bring knee to chest, where do you feel the restriction? Do you feel it on the front side? Or do you feel a restriction on the back side? If it's on the front side, it's highly likely that it's probably a joint restriction, okay? Now go ahead and check the opposite side and see, knee to chest. Again, I'm gonna reiterate, a lot of times when people feel the front tightness, they immediately assume that it's the quad or the hip flexor that needs, excuse me, sorry. They immediately assume that it's the quad or hip flexor that needs stretching. But what we're gonna hopefully show you guys is when we retest this after our rotational work, that it probably just needs more internal and external rotation training, okay? So let's get right to it, okay? I'm gonna make sure, we're gonna make sure we give you guys some strategies. So let's get right into your quadruped. Let's knock out some hip cars. So let's get it going, all right? All right, so let's go quadruped position, guys. We're gonna run it through. Let's work hard, all right? We're gonna go 3 to 4 rounds on each side. So let's go, bring that knee to chest, or knee to elbow, I'm sorry, knee to elbow, knee and ankle out to the side. Slowly rotate as you punch up to the ceiling. Good. Bring that knee to elbow, knee and ankle out to the side. Rotate as you punch up. Really try to get as much as you can without arching the lower back. Squeeze this knee. Don't imagine if you had a tennis ball right here, squeeze that guy. All right, bring it knee to elbow, knee and ankle out to the side, and slowly rotate as you punch up. Good. Let's go again. Knee to elbow, knee and ankle out to the side, rotate and punch up. Good. All right, let's go. Punch it straight up to the ceiling, tuck that tail. Now slowly bring that heel towards the floor as that knee comes back to the elbow. Good. Let's go. Drive it up. Don't steal from that back. Be nice. Drive it up. Squeeze that knee. Now bring that knee to the elbow. Good. Punch it up. Rotate and bring that knee to elbow. Good. One more. Drive it up. As high as you can. Come on. Knee to elbow. Good work. Okay, good work. Opposite side. Let's go, guys. All right, knee to elbow. Don't let that dump, because that's what we were talking about earlier. Don't let that spine dump. We want it straight hip flexion. Knee and ankle out and come back up. Knee to elbow, knee and ankle up and rotate. I'm getting out of breath. Knee to elbow, knee and ankle up and rotate and punch up. Run it back. Knee to elbow, knee and ankle out to the side and punch it up. Good work. If you guys noticing your elbows collapse, push through. Get that full engagement of the shoulders, okay? Now, bend that knee, punch it up, and rotate as you come back to the elbow. Good, punch it up, tuck that tail. Now bring that heel towards the floor and knee to elbow. Good. Again, punch it up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get that hamstring and glute. Come on, slow it down. If you guys are going too fast, slow it down. Drive it up. Slow, get that rotation and wring it out like a towel. Wring it out and bring it in. Okay, whew. And that was your warm-up. Okay, let's go, let's go. So we're gonna go right into the 90-90 position, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys a few views so you can get into good position. So 90-90, I want this guy here bent 90 degrees, side view. Some of you might look like this. I want more here, okay? Now, if you're finding yourself having a hard time getting on this position, prop yourself up with a pillow, okay? All right, so once you're there, what I want you guys to do is maintain a nice tall spine and lean yourself forward, okay? Hold the ground. If you need balance, that's okay. I want you to find that, okay? So I'm gonna give you front view again. Find that in between. Tall spine, find your breath. Breath out. Breath in and breath out. Okay, so let's get it going, okay? We're just gonna do a couple contractions down into the ground. You ready? So let's get going. Pretend that you had those weight scales and start pushing down. Let's go. Push, push, push. Fight for that. Make your face. Make your face. Push, push. Come on, come on. Fight. Let's go. Push. And 3, 2, 1. Breath in, breath out, and relax. We're actually gonna do 2 consecutive pushes and then we're gonna get some reps in, okay? We're gonna go ahead and start pushing down. Let's go. Push, push. Make your face. Push, 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 push. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your trunk should come forward, okay? We're now deeper, okay? But now we have to own the range, like Josh was saying. So what I want you guys to do is get this hand, put it right on the knee to anchor into the ground. We're going 10 reps. You ready? This foot's coming off the ground. Ready? Push in and lift up. Let's go. Hold, 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 back down. That's 1. Let's go. Push it up. Come on. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Come on. That's 2. Come on. Let's go. Bring it up. Bring it up. That's 3. Bring it up. Come on. Back down. That's 4. Bring it up. Let's go. That's 5. Bring it up. Good. That's 6. Come on, guys. Let's go. Bring it up. That's 7. Bring it up. Come on. Talk to it. Talk to it. Bring it up. And back down. Let's go. 2 more. Good. Come on. And back down. Last one. Bring it up. Come on. And back down. Woo. All right. Now that you used it, let's do a couple ins and outs. Okay. So this is called kinetic stretching. So what I want you guys to do, you can use your hands for balance. Stay up tall though. I want you guys to, if you guys feel comfortable, put your arms out, create some tight fists. I want you to pull yourself into the stretch and then push yourself out. Pull yourself in and push yourself out. Let's go. Pull yourself in and push yourself out. Let's go. 5 more. Pull yourself in. It's nice and slow and push yourself out. Tall spine, guys. Don't round it. Pull yourself in and push yourself out. Pull yourself in. Push yourself out. 2 more. Pull yourself in. push yourself out. Woo. Pull yourself in and push yourself out. Woo. Good work. All right, so we're gonna transition now. All right, so we're gonna go back leg lean. I want you to lean forward, back leg openers. Let's do it. Let's go. Go ahead and bring it up. That's one. Don't rotate the whole pelvis, just the back leg. Bring it up. That's two. Bring it up. That's three. Bring it up. That's four. Bring it up. Five. Bring it up. Six. Bring it up. Eight. Seven. Bring it up. Eight. Bring it up. Nine. And bring it up. And 10. Woo. All right. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and do some lift offs of this back leg. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is find a position where you can get a little bit of a lift. Okay. Let's just knock out 10 reps here. So let's go ahead, create some belly tension. Find a position where it's not super easy, where I'm like this. I want to sliver off the floor. Okay. So ready? Lift up. Back down. 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 Up. And back down. Up. Back down. Up. Back down. Up. Let's go. Two more. Back down. Let's go. Up. Come on. Talk to it. Bring it up. And back down. And bring it up. And back down. Woo. All right. Good work. So now we're going to go opposite side. So I'm going to open up, bear sit position, and then switch it right to the other 90-90. All right. So if you guys need to reorient yourself, let's get this in. Okay. So find that stretch position and let's get it going. All right. So go ahead, find that breath out, and let's get that working. All right. Let's go ahead. One way to increase tension is do a hook hold under the foot. If you guys don't need the kickstand here, take it off and start pushing down and push. I want you to fight. Make a hole through this ground. Push, push, push. Speak to it. Push. Let's go. Push. Put 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. Sink in. All right, let's do it again. Push down. Come on. Come on, guys. Make your face. Make your face. Push, push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. All right. 10 reps, y'all. Let's go. 10 reps of this. Lift this guy off. Pin that knee down. Tall spine. And let's go. Lift up. 1. Lift up. Come on. Back down. That's 2. Lift up. That's 3. Lift up. That's 4. Lift up. Come on. 5. Lift up. That's 6. Lift up. Come on. Come on. That's lift up. That's 8. Come on. Lift up. That's 9. Lift up. And that's 10. All right. Woo. Now that we created space, let's use the space. All right. Kinetic stretching. If you guys feel comfortable, arms out. This one sucks on my side, so I might need to use a little bit of a kickstand, but I'm going to work with it. Let's go. Let's pull ourselves in. Pull, pull, pull. Pull. Tall spine. Drive it out. That's 1. Pull it in. Push out. That's 2. Pull it in. Push out. That's 3. Pull in. 4. Let's go. 4 more. Pull in. 5. Good. Pull in. Slow. Pull, 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 and push it out. Good. Pull it in. Push out. Pull it in. And push out. Woo-hoo. Fireplace pose. Internal rotation. Let's get it in, guys. All right. We're going to go, well, first openers, and then we'll go into internal. So let's do it. So lean forward. Back leg opener. Let's go. Open it up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Come on. Squeeze it out. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. And let's go. Right. Transition right into internal rotation. Let's get it in. Let's go. Ready? Lift up. Back down. That's 1. Lift up. 2. Lift up. 3. Lift up. Come on. And 4. Lift up. And 5. Lift up. 6. Lift up. 7. Lift up. 8. Lift up. 9. And lift up. And 10. Woo. All right. Good work on that, guys. So let's get right into, we got 1 hip. I want you guys to do 1 or 2 hip cars on each side, and then we're going to show the rocking to reassess how the hips feel. Okay. So quadruped position, knee to elbow, knee and ankle out. Y'all feel buttery. I do. It feels open. Knee to elbow, knee and ankle out, and rotate as you punch up. Good. Reverse it. Punch up, rotate, and back in. Punch up, rotate, and back in. Woo-hoo. All right, check the other side. Okay, knee to elbow. Knee and ankle out to the side. Rotate up. Good. Knee to elbow. Punch it out, rotate up. Good. Punch straight up, rotate. Good. Punch it up and bring it back in. Okay, don't change position. Now what I want you guys to do, just assess. How does that feel? Compare it to how you felt earlier. Does it feel like you can get a little bit deeper, right? Now that routine doesn't make your squat better just yet, but it starts to have a better conversation about what we need to do, right? So if you think about pulling yourself in, like get that core to kick on by kind of smashing that imaginary block and rock back. You'll notice when the core is engaged, the hip can do what it needs to do, right? So, all right, I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
But hopefully the conversation that we're allowing you guys to have with the shoulder and the hip is getting you guys thinking, right? Because like I said in the beginning, it's, you know, you guys could go anywhere in regards to just getting exercises, but we hope that at least now you're starting to have a better conversation about what needs to happen in the joint for performance, right? And so if you guys have questions, don't hesitate, like for real, just drop it in the chat or send us an email where you guys got the link. Just send us an email so we can address any of this. This is the kind of stuff that me, Josh, and Brian are doing in our Facebook group. We're doing we're doing live classes. We have a full library of self-assessments. So you guys can start fishing on your own and then doing drills on your own time, right? So if 10:30 is hard for you guys, we have this stuff ready. We just want to continue to help you guys find more space in your joints and feel better, man. We want to give people the map, the Google map to your body back, right? Instead of having to come to us and be like, tell me what to do, you guys are going to start to decipher, what should be my priority? And that's the magic sauce. We want to teach you guys how to find your body. And if that's it, Move Better, Live Happier is not an accident, you know, like moving better allows you to do what you want. So we're just thankful that you guys came on today. Yeah, thank you so much. And if you guys have questions, you know, we'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Josh, you got anything?
No, I'm just saying the exercise paradigm is changing, and the way we look at the body is changing in regards to strength and conditioning and mobility. And this kind of stuff we just did is the kind of stuff that makes you more resilient to injury. Because at the end of the day, if we keep our joints healthy, we're going to stay moving later on into our later years. We're going to stay moving during our sports. We're going to have reduced mitigated injury risk. So this type of training is the type of stuff we need to be doing more of. And that's why I just wanted to throw out there. Been looking at this strength and conditioning stuff, mobility stuff for a while now. So I just wanted to let you guys know that too.